Now let me get your take on, you're trying to find or bridge the gap between Democrats and certainly Republicans on this measure to provide more funding for Ukraine and by extension Israel, but you want to tie it to border funding and more border security, but it seems to be a perilous path. Where does it stand right now?
Well, I think the vote that we took on Wednesday, when all Republicans, including myself, obviously, stood strong and said, yes, we support for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. However, our own national security, which all of these factors factor into, is what's going on in our southern border. And now's the time to make those substantive policy changes that we think tie into the whole theme of a security supplemental. Interestingly, when the president first came to the Congress, he had a border portion of his request, which tells you that he, too, thinks this is very important. He's got to get to the table so that we can have substantive changes, not throw more money at the problem, because all that means is people cycle through quicker. And so I think now is the time to really seize this. We have some leverage, and we're going to use it.
I just get the sense, Senator, that you're both on the same page of wanting to do all of the above, you know, aid to Ukraine, aid to Israel, do something on border security. Lie is whether you group all of them together. Is it vital to you? Is it a no sort of a debate decision that they have to be together?
Well, in my view, yes, I'd like to see them all tied together, because honestly, I think if one drops out, they possibly all drop out. I think they can ride together. For those of us who support Ukraine, which I do, a strong border provision on there would balance out the people that maybe don't support the Ukrainian part of that, and would support, if we have strong policy changes at the border, would support something like that. So I think they all have, and you know, Israel has very strong support as well. So I think they really have to kind of go cohesively, and that's the direction we're going. Now, I know the House is saying they're going to do something differently, but we'll see when push comes to shove how this can actually get over the finish line. And we're going to try to do it again next week. I know they're in James Lankford, who's leading our negotiations on the Republican side, is working all weekend to try to reach this compromise.
Yeah, I'm a long way from reaching one, but hope springs eternal.
We are.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Senator, I want to thank you. Hope you have a Merry Christmas and a safe one at that.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you, Neil, and thanks for having me on.